So this area you see behind me is about 2.5 acres, and it's just used to be a yard essentially. There's an old farmhouse just over here, and we've been mowing this. It's been mowed in the past, and so I'll usually go through and I'll brush hog it just a few times a year just to keep everything down. But what's kind of happened over the years is there's been a lot of weeds that have came up and that are not necessarily that good for wildlife or anything in general. So we got some cockaburs, as we call them here in the Midwest. There's a lot of other just different like non-native grasses that are growing in here, kind of have taken over. So what I'm hoping to do today is to burn off this 2.5 acres, do a controlled burn. So I got a breeze coming out of the west today, blowing towards the east, which is perfect because there's a road that's all the way along the east that you can't quite see where the tree line is. So if I can burn it off and keep the breeze pushing it that way, hopefully we won't have any problems. Of course, if you're gonna do this, you wanna make sure you notify, your local fire department and whatever precautions and stuff that you need to take to make sure that you do this safely. Have plenty of guys on hand that can help you, as well as some tools that you can use to make sure that this doesn't get out of hand. So you want to make sure you do this safely if you're going to do it. But what this can do is it can really benefit wildlife, because what you're trying to accomplish when you burn, depending on your goals of course, but in this particular area, my main goal is to try to get rid of all that thatch that's on the bottom level. That's just kind of mounded grass from years and years of it not being cut very short, just being brush hogged. And there's a lot of, like I said, these bad grasses and stuff, and it's not going to totally eliminate them, it's not going to totally kill them, but what I'm hoping to do is to try to get all of that extra organic material up and off of that. And so what I want to do in about a month after I burn this is go through with clover and put some clover down and frost seed that clover inside. So what will happen is by the time I get that clover on there, it's probably going to be the end of February. So we'll still have some freezing and thawing cycles going on, and those tiny clover seeds will hopefully just kind of sink into the grounds and cracks and nook and crannies that it can find and soak down in there. And if we'll probably get at least a few more bouts of snow. And so that snow will kind of just get on top of those seeds and then melt down into the mud and hopefully carry those seeds with it a little bit. And so we can get a real good germination rate of clover along here, and it won't have as much competition because all that thatch and all that material, that more organic material on top is going to be removed. So that seed bed that was there from before, the sunlight's going to be able to hit that, and hopefully we have a good amount of native seeds that we can bring up that'll be beneficial to the wildlife, not only turkey and deer, but like birds and everything else kind of trickles down and just makes the ecosystem a little bit healthier. That is what we're hoping to accomplish anyway. So we're gonna get started. It rained just a little bit. It did that yesterday a little bit. So the grass is pretty wet. So I'm kind of scared that I'm even gonna be able to start it. I've got a propane torch made by Greenwood. If you want to, guys, if you want to check that out, it's gonna be in my description here and you can check it out. It's on Amazon. I just have to say that I am an Amazon associate, so if you do happen to purchase anything that you purchase or qualifying purchases, I can make money at it, but it will be no cost to you, no extra cost to you. So it's just going to benefit my family and hopefully increase the value of this production and what I can do with this channel. So I would appreciate it if you like the product and you want to use the product. If you do go through that link, I will get a little bit of extra help on that. Just so you guys know, I'm not going to put anything on there that I don't actually use and actually think works pretty well. I'm not saying this is the best one. I'm saying it's the one I got, and I do like it. I've used it for a lot of different stuff anyway. Let's get started on burning this. So we got all this burnt off, and again, lots of ground, lots of bare ground. So that's exactly what this clover needs to germinate well. So we got the Game Changer clover from Antler King, and we got the Evolved Harvest Clover Pro. And so basically I'm gonna mix these together and I'm gonna frost seed them into this. So we still got some up and down temperature ranges. We got some freezing, some thawing. So I'm hoping that that is gonna work that clover down to the ground. We got about 2 acres here that we burn off. It's a lot of bare ground, and I have high hopes that hopefully we'll be able to get this clover started here, and we'll have a really nice little clover field. It's going to attract deer, it's going to attract turkey, and it's going to give them a lot of food. And for those turkeys, that clover is going to be awesome in retaining insects. And so those poults will be able to run through there. They'll be able to, you know, insects make up a large part of a poult's diet. And so they'll have all this clover that they can come through and they can pick up all those little insects. We just laid our clover out, guys, and we got a bunch of rain today. You can see the driveway is still pretty wet. So hopefully that clover will get saturated, get into the ground. We're supposed to be starting to see some warmer temperatures here in the next couple weeks. And I'll be giving you guys an update, hopefully on the next video of the land management series here that I've been doing on this small little acreage that I have. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I sure appreciate it if you hit the like button. I'll see you guys on the next one. Happy hunting.